Hello children, welcome to my class today. Today we are going to learn about subtraction of integers. When you subtract two integers, you have to follow a rule. Change minus sign into plus sign and then write the opposite of the second integer. Change minus sign into plus sign and write the opposite of the second integer. This is the rule. By following this rule, now we are going to do subtraction of integers. I have written 5 different sums on the board. Let us see one by one. Plus 6 minus plus 3. So what is the rule? Copy down the first integer as it is, plus 6. And then change minus sign into plus sign. And the opposite of plus 3 is minus 3. Children, I have already taught addition of integers in another video. So, plus 6 plus minus 3. Integers with different signs. So, find out the difference and put the sign of the greater integer. Here, 6 is greater, it has plus sign. So, put plus. And find out the difference between 6 and 3. Difference between 6 and 3 is 3. So, plus 6 minus plus 3 is equal to plus 3. Next one. Plus 3 minus plus 5. What is the rule? Copy down the first integer as it is. And then change minus sign into plus sign. And then write the opposite of the second integer. What is the opposite of plus 5? It is minus 5. Now how will you add these two integers? The integers are with different signs. So put the sign of the bigger number, that is minus. And then find out the difference between 3 and 5. It is 2. So plus 3 minus plus 5 is equal to minus 2. Next, plus 4 minus minus 3. Copy down the first number as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. And the opposite of minus 3 is plus 3. Now, plus 4 plus 3. These are the two integers with plus sign. So, integers with same sign, you have to put the same sign and find out the sum. 4 plus 3 is 7. So plus 4 minus minus 3 is equal to plus 7. Next, minus 4 minus plus 9. So copy down the first integer as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. And the opposite of plus 9 is minus 9. So these are the two integers with the same sign, minus sign. So put minus sign and find out the sum of the integers. 4 plus 9 is 13. So minus 4 minus plus 9 is equal to minus 13. Here minus 11 minus 4. Copy down the first number as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. The opposite of minus 4 is plus 4. Now, one is negative and one is positive. So, put the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number 11 has minus sign, so put minus and then find out the difference. The difference between 11 and 4 is 7. So minus 11 minus minus 4 is equal to minus 7. Have you understood, children? Now let us solve some more sums in this pattern. Plus 5 minus plus 2. What is the rule? Copy down the first integer as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. And then the opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. How will you add these two integers with different signs? First, put the sign of the greater integer. The greater integer has plus sign, so put plus. And then find out the difference between 5 and 2. The difference between 5 and 2 is 3. So, plus 5 minus plus 2 is equal to plus 3. Next, plus 4 minus plus 7. Copy down the first integer as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. And the opposite of plus 7 is minus 7. How will you add these two integers? One is positive and one is negative. So put the sign of the greater integer. The greater integer has minus sign. Then find out the difference between 4 and 7. Difference between 4 and 7 is 3. So plus 4 minus plus 7 is equal to minus 3. Next, plus 7 minus minus 6. Copy down the first integer as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. And the opposite of minus 6 is plus 6. Now, these are the two integers with the same sign, plus sign. So, put the same sign plus and find out the sum. What is the sum of 7 and 6? The sum of 7 and 6 is 13. So, plus 7 minus minus 6 is equal to plus 13. Next, minus 6 minus plus 11. Copy down the first integer as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. And the opposite of plus 11 is minus 11. These are the two integers with the same sign, same minus sign. So put minus sign and then find out the sum of these two integers. What is the sum of 6 and 11? The sum of 6 and 11 is 17. So minus 6 minus plus 11 is equal to minus 17. Lastly, minus 12 minus minus 9. So copy down the first integer as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. And the opposite of minus 9 is plus 9. How will you add these two integers with different signs? Put the sign of the bigger integer, that is minus. Then find out the difference between 12 and 9. The difference between 12 and 9 is 3. So minus 12 minus minus 9 is equal to minus 3. Children, I hope now you are very thorough with the subtraction of integers. Now, let's learn an easy method to subtract the integers. Plus 6 minus plus 5. You can take it as 6 and 5. In your lower classes, you have learned how to subtract 6 and 5. 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. 7 minus 2. It's very easy, subtracting two positive integers, and the first integer is greater than the second integer. So 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. Next, 3 minus 10. Here we subtract two positive integers, but the first one is smaller than the second one. When the first integer is smaller than the second integer, you put minus sign. And then from the bigger number, subtract the smaller number. 10 minus 3 is equal to minus 7. So what is 3 minus 10? 3 minus 10 is equal to minus 7. 6 minus 11. Both are positive integers, but the first number is smaller than the second number. So your answer will be negative. Put minus sign, and from the bigger one you subtract the smaller one. 11 minus 6 is equal to 5. 10 minus 17. Both are positive integers, but the first number is smaller than the second number. So put minus sign and then subtract 17 and 10. 17 and 10 difference is 7. So we have learned two types. First type, we have subtracted two positive integers. The first number is greater than the second number. This is the first type. And the second type, again we have subtracted two positive integers, but the first number is smaller than the second number. In that case, you put minus sign and then subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. 10 minus 3 you have to do, and then the answer is 7. Our final answer is minus 7. Third model, plus 6 minus 5. We subtract two integers with different signs. One is positive and one is negative. In this case, you see the rule. Copy down the first number as it is. And then minus into minus. We say minus into minus is plus. Now 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. So copy down the first number and then say minus into minus is plus. Then write 5. Next step, 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. Plus 8 minus 4. Copy down the first integer, positive, plus 8. And minus into minus is equal to plus. Now 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. Next, both are negative integers. So copy down minus 12. And then minus into minus is equal to plus. Write plus 5. Now this is an addition sum. One is negative and one is positive. In that case, put the sign of the bigger number. Here the bigger number is 12 and it has minus sign. Put the sign of the bigger number and find out the difference between these two. Difference between 12 and 5 is 7. So minus 7 is the answer. Next, minus 25 minus 10. Copy down the first integer, minus 25. And then minus into minus is equal to plus 10. So one is negative and one is positive. You have to add these two. So put the sign of the bigger integer and find out the difference. Difference between 25 and 10 is 15. Next, minus 3 minus plus 6. I have already taught you the method. Here you have to copy down the first number as it is, change minus sign into plus sign and write the opposite of the next number. It is minus 6. Now how will you add minus 3 and minus 6? It is minus 9. Minus 12 minus plus 3. Copy down the first number, change minus sign into plus sign and the opposite of plus 3 is minus 3. Add these two. Minus answer also minus 12 plus 3 is equal to 15. Answer is minus 15. Here minus 11. Change minus sign into plus sign. Opposite of plus 4 is minus 4. So minus 11 plus 4 is equal to 15. Next one. Minus 6 minus 5. So in the previous method I taught you like this. Write the first number as it is. Change minus sign into plus sign. And the opposite of 5 is minus 5. But now we will take the short method. Take minus 6. And this subtraction sign you have to take with the next digit. So take it as minus 6 and minus 5 and then add. If you add both minus 6 and minus 5, your answer will be minus 11. Minus 7 minus 3. Take minus sign with 3. and add these two numbers. Minus 7 and minus 3. If you add, it will be minus 10. Minus 20 minus 7. Take it as minus 7 and add both. Minus 20 and minus 7. It is minus 27. So in this way also you can find out the answer for subtraction of integers. This is for quick calculation of subtraction of integers. I hope children now you have understood even this method also. Thank you.